In this video, I'm going to show you how I use AI coding assistant, which is called GitHub Copilot, inside your coding editor to do all the data analysis end to end faster than ever before. No more Googling panda syntax. Everything happens right inside your editor. Let's get into it. Before we jump into the demo, let me quickly explain what GitHub Copilot actually is. GitHub Copilot is an AI coding assistant built by GitHub and OpenAI. It lives directly inside your code editor. So instead of switching to your browser tab and copy pasting code, the AI is right there beside you as you type. It reads your code, understands your variable names, your column names, your project context, and suggests the next line, the next function, sometimes the entire block in real time. Think of it like autocomplete. But instead of predicting the next word, it's predicting the next 50 lines of code. And for data analysis, it is an absolute game changer. Here is the one thing that I want you to remember. ChatGPT and Claude are browser tools. You paste your code in, get an answer, paste it back. But Copilot never leaves your editor. It sees your actual file, your actual data frame, your actual column names. That context awareness is what makes it so much faster for coding work specifically. Alright, to get Copilot set up, you need two things. The first one is GitHub account. It is free to create at github.com. So you could see here there is a GitHub Copilot option. If you just open this option, you can actually try Copilot from here as well. Or you can just open your account. Once you have created your account, you can just go to your account, then click on settings. You could see the Copilot option is here. In Copilot features, you could see install Copilot in your editor. Mine is already installed. If you have not installed, just use this option as well. Next one is to install the Copilot chat. For that, you can just open this VS Code. Here you could see there is an option. You'll see that the one that looks like 4 squares. You can just click on this extension and type GitHub Copilot chat and click enter. So you could see here, this is the Copilot chat. This is already installed. So you can just give install. Once both are installed, VS Code will immediately ask you to sign in to a GitHub. You'll see the Copilot icon over here that appears. So click sign in to GitHub. Your browser opens, you approve the connection, then come back to VS Code and you're done. Copilot is active and ready to use. So you'll see this chat box will be enabled in your editor. So once Copilot chat is open, you will see this input box that says explore and understand your code. That's just where you type your questions or prompts. Think of it like a chat box, but specifically for your code. Now let me explain these options at the bottom because this confuses a lot of beginners. This drop down that says auto, this controls which AI model Copilot uses to answer your question. When it sets to auto, Copilot automatically picks the best model for your task. For most data analysis work, just leave it on auto. You don't need to change this. But if you click Claude or GPT 5.4 and others depending on your subscriptions, higher tier subscriptions unlock more powerful models. For beginners, auto is perfectly fine. Now the local option. This tells Copilot where to run the model. Local means it is using your machine's context, your open files, your workspace. This is actually what makes Copilot different from browser AI tools. It is reading your actual project files right now. Another one is Copilot CLI. This lets you use Copilot directly in your terminal or command line. The another one is cloud. This connects Copilot to cloud services and remote environments. This is Claude, and this one is interesting. Claude, yes, that's Anthropic's Claude model built right into Copilot chat. So you can actually switch Copilot to use Claude as the underlying AI instead of GPT. The plus button, that's for attaching your files. For data analysis, you would attach your CSV file or your Python script here. Now let's jump into the analysis part. I have a data of the mall customers which I have downloaded from Kaggle. I have attached the link in the description. So I'm going to analyze this data set. I have this data in my downloads folder. So what I'm going to do is I'll ask in the chat that I ask to go to the downloads and read this data set. So before that, I'm going to open a new file. So where this file, I'm going to take it as Jupyter Notebook. So we will have every chunks of code will be there. I'm going to give the instruction in the chat that go to downloads and read this small customers dataset. Just press enter. So now you could see it has been working. It will go and read this data from my downloads. So it has given an information like it has created a new notebook and imported required libraries and loading the dataset, display dataset information and exploring the data structure. And the process is still going on as it shows it is thinking. So it asks to select and start a Python kernel. So the code will be populated over here. So allow in this session. So now you could see here the code has been automatically generated. So it has gone to my downloads folder and it has taken the mall customers dataset and it has created df.head because it has created the variable as df and it has given df.head. If I just click on keep, so it will automatically fit it in this kernel and it will run by itself. So you could see here the data frame has been displayed. So now from this data frame, we could see here for this annual income, if I just open this data frame, we could see we have this annual income, we have the dollars. So what I will be doing is I'll ask this to change. I'll be giving the instruction as remove the dollar symbol from this column. So remove that dollar symbol in annual income column. Just hit OK. So you could see the dollar symbol has been removed because the code has been generated. So I'll just keep. Now the dollar symbol has been removed. You could check here. See, the data type also has been converted now. Check the data type of every column. I'll ask to check the data type of every column. So the annual income, it was some rows were having the dollar symbol, but that has been converted to float. So now what I'm going to do is I'll just ask this to do analysis to create univariate and bivariate analysis and generate the insight. If I run this, it will create the univariate and bivariate analysis. So it has generated the code. So if it has been highlighted, it has not run it. So if you just give keep over here, it will automatically run. If you enter a keep here, then you have to run by yourself that you can run this button. I'll just click here. So it will automatically run and produced the result. So this is actually the univariate analysis because it has created the gender distribution, age distribution and annual income. It has just checked the spread of the data and the spending score, age box plot and annual income box plot. And for bivariate analysis, it has generated. So I'll just give keep. So it has produced the scatter plot for age and annual income, age and spending score, annual income and spending score. So that is what it has created, and also it has created the correlation heat map as well. So to understand how one variable is related with another. Now I'll ask to interpret the insights because it has created all the charts and code by itself. So now we want the interpretation for the insights. So I have given the prompt as interpret the insights. So you could see the key findings from bivariate analysis, age and spending score relationship. So you could see here customer ID and annual income. We don't need this customer ID to annual income because this does not make sense, because annual income does not depend on customer ID. So this we should ignore. Age and spending score, of course, there is some relationship. Based on age, the spending score might change. So the interpretation it has given us, there is a moderate negative correlation, meaning younger customers tend to have higher spending scores. Okay, so we can check from here, age and spending score, it has created a chart. This is for age and spending score, yes. So it has created the hue as well for male and female separately. So from this it has interpreted that there is a negative correlation. And it has given the business insight as well. The mall attracts more active spenders in the younger demographic, 18 to 35 years. Marketing strategy should prioritize younger customers with promotions, loyalty programs, and trendy product offerings that appeal to this group. It has given a good insight. So you could see all the libraries that were imported by itself, like matplotlib library, Cbond, everything it has created by itself. So let me put this in perspective. Data cleaning, writing analysis code, building charts, it usually takes long time, but with Copilot, it just finished within seconds. And here is the important thing. Copilot is not doing the thinking for you. You still decide what to analyze, what questions to ask, what the business problem is. Copilot just handles the syntax. You stay in flow. That's the real workflow from raw data to insights using GitHub Copilot inside your code editor. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing this channel.